What if F1 had equal cars? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to find out in today's F1 26 DLC game experiment and the first on the channel. Now, I normally do this one around Austria, but Austria is a good track for me, and I've decided to make it a lot more difficult by coming to Madrid. And I know you're probably sick and tired of seeing Madrid, since every F1 YouTuber has been round this track. It's probably the only place I had to set up at the time of recording. So, yes, this is also my first race. I recorded the Imola gameplay after this one, so as well. Race strategies are one stop. This is not looking great. Hard, soft. I actually also started from the back too. I think I always just start from the back to see who's going to come out on top. Really, this is going to be interesting to see who does come out on top. But yeah, it looks like a long stint on hard tyres with a short stint on softs at the end, potentially mediums. We'll see, what is possible at the end of the race. It's going to be sunny without, so no rain is going to play a factor in today's 20-lap race. 5-minute lights from the back, from 22nd on the grid, and away we go. It's an okay start, better than Lindblad. Bearing in mind these are all equal cars, so it's going to come down to, of course, driver ratings, which I know many of them are unrealistic, as I was trying to send on the outside. Gabriel Bortoletto there as well. I might rerun this one later on in the season once all the ratings have been updated, and that's a good okay start for me. Up at the front then, the man who took pole is Fernando Alonso. He leads then away ahead of Charles, I think that is Charles Leclerc too, in the Ferrari. He's going to now send down the inside. George Russell is down here in P14, but I broke a little bit too early, got a bit scared through what the Madrid sling or whatever we're calling it. I think Arrow called it the Madrid sling in one of his videos. Down the inside here of Ocon, sorry, not Ocon, of Russell, and that is, it's a dive bomb, but it's a necessary dive bomb to get the manoeuvre here. This place is difficult to overtake, I will say that. It is possible to overtake as well as we're going to come up to the sling here. Watch Ocon and Hadjar going side by side, and a switch back on. Well, it's not really a switch back because you're going left to right to left as well. But was able to get that manoeuvre then, and get in front of Hadjar and get the better exit through that corner. So you don't want to be going side by side through this corner as well. Seems that either way you go, you just need to keep the speed. Speed is everything as well. As we're watching Hulkenberg against, that is Alex Albon in the Williams. Hulkenberg going through then on Albon. I think that's actually Sainz, sorry, not Albon. As well as I've lost overtake to Ocon, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to get it back on the lap later. See, Russell's fallen way behind, as has Hadjar. Down the inside of Esteban Ocon, there was just about enough room between Ocon and the wall there, but unable to get past the Frenchman in the hat. I'm going to have to keep behind him for now, but I'll have also go on to the two straight mode sections. There's a couple of people in the pits, but I'll overtake again, and Ocon is looking a little bit slow on the exit, and I'm going to down the inside, which turn the outside the next corner. Thank you very much. Up to P10. Here's a replay of this manoeuvre then. As well, I don't really know if it's a textbook manoeuvre because we've not even had a race in real life around here, never mind me knowing what the best lines is. As that is Fernando Alonso, so he decided to pit a lap later than some of the other drivers. I believe he started on the mediums as opposed to the softs, and that's just cost him, because the undercut, ladies and gentlemen, he's been undercut by both Piastri and Verstappen as well, so he comes out in P3. Norris has also lost out, and Leclerc, who of course was P2 at a point, is now down in P5 behind Norris, but not for much longer. He has attack round the outside of the long banking, and he is up another position, although Norris is going to get him back at that point. I've been caught by Piastri almost, so I think the tyre wear is still a little bit harsh, but overall I'm happy that the tyres are wearing on all fronts. But you know, it's difficult to really decipher as well what on earth is his pit lane. So half the teams are separated by a giant grey wick wall. That's not that great, is it? You know, if you're 6th down the grid, and you obviously got a great chance of then not having that double stack issue, you've got a safety car or something. Also, speaking of the pit lane, it feeds out into turn 2, so just be careful. This could be carnage, this exit. I've seen multiplayer clips already as well. I come out in P13, so the overcut is not worked, to be honest. I'm going to dive down the inside of my teammate Sergio Perez, who's up in P12. There's a bit of tyre banging from myself and Perez. And now I'm going to try and move forwards towards Esteban Ocon. I'm going for it into potentially at the end of the banking section, but Ocon cuts me off. I haven't done an overtake there yet. I don't know if an overtake is possible at that corner. Possibly it probably is what I've seen a little bit of on this DLC. So now I'm going to go to the outside of outer battery. That's something that does happen quite a lot with these cars. Ocon, though, he is going to be overtaken, as I have what is effectively the racing line through that corner, really. Sort of the outside. I think that's probably the best manoeuvre to go at this track. You know, and obviously have the outside for it, and then cut in and get that better line. And but yes, I just thought I'd take you on a lap of Madrid, because it's the final lap. So for the first corner, I mean, there's overtakes opportunities throughout this first section, really. You know, it's not too bad. This is all about battery and how much battery you've got. If you're out of battery at the end of this straight, then you're in trouble if you're trying to defend from the car behind. Sadly, I didn't have any pace to actually get a point on this corner through this Madrid sling, and then up this corner, which is pretty much, I mean, an overtake could be possible here, but yeah, it's going to be very chance, and then there's just no overtaking as you flow through these flowing corners. Very nice to drive, but very poor for overtaking as well. And then we come into the banked curve as well, and then that's not how to take the banked curve there, as I go onto the off circuit. Potentially, if you've got a good access, as I say, on Ocon there, had a good run on him, but not quite enough speed there. And we go through another section of flowing high speed corners as well, and then come up the inside here. This is sort of blind, so really no chance of making any overtake under the bridge, as again this one's a fast left-hander, and then through into another fast right-hander. I kept banging that wall in time trial as well. This is a good corner for a couple of corners I've overtaken, as Oscar Piastri is the man to come out on top today. You know, he hasn't won yet in real life this season, as we go through the final corner and across the line for P11, which is probably my worst result in one of these F1 equal cars. But obviously, I think I'm gonna run this again later in the season, because there's a lot of people that were probably out of position. You know, Antonelli only P9. Obviously, he's been bossing it IRL. It'd be interesting to see what his driver rating is in a couple of months' time. Same goes for other people like, Hadjar as well, who's probably criminally underrated. Hamilton as well fell backwards in the end, finished in P8. And you know, Russell had an awful time of it down in P16 as well. And obviously you've got to see the likes of Behrman and Limbab, Waterletta, Colapinto, who are much better than, definitely better than Stroll, and you know, having a much better time than the Stroll and Perez and Bottas. Obviously I drove as Bottas, so yes, let me know if you do want me to actually do this. I'm definitely thinking about rerunning this in the future to see what happens, but we'll have to wait and see what driver ratings updates we get from EN Codemasters when those come out. But that is, though, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to leave it today. If you have enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F126 DLC videos as they come. I just want to say a huge thank you for watching today's video and spending your time watching me race with equal cars around Madrid on the F126 DLC. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.